power comes back on.
Got my gear packed tight, feeling far from home. Found elk, which is something we didn't do on our last elk hunting trip. My buddy beside me, he's calling the herd.
They're in here. Heavy. No. I have no idea.
Let's go, baby. Rush, trying to stay quiet. Heart's racing fast. Man, I'm getting the ride.
That was wild. Most fun hunt I've ever had. Survival. Huh.
Well, this would be really nice right now.
So depressed. So frustrated. So he's done. We screwed with him. 6 miles just uphill like the whole time.
Wish we had a helicopter. Hey, the last update. Oh, there's 2 elk. Oh, we're on top of the elk. Must be really nice.
Biscuits, sausages, and gravy.
Oh god, you already had the runs.
Bro, this is one of my favorites. I'm so excited for this.
Oh man, he's getting these old D-dubs.
We saw these up. Yeah. And they're on private, definitely.
We have figured out they're on private. That hilltop over there, far left one, is private.
Yeah, real fun. And they are just living on it. They did we split off in a couple loops. They just went back to their same little field. So yeah. I think our goal is at midday when they're probably bedded down, try and hike up around and get as close to that private as we can, essentially, and try and call them over the line. And
we're gonna sweet talk them.
Yeah.
We are at 8:15, and we have officially decided that until further notice, this is where we will be hunting for our 8 days, unless something changes drastically. But we found elk, which is something we didn't do on our last elk hunting trip, so it's gonna be hard to leave. So at the moment, I'm going back to the truck, because we're closer than we're ever going to be, which is still over a mile, probably like 1.5 miles one way, which is going to suck. But I left my broadheads there. Shout out Doom. I gotta go get those. And luckily I did have a schwacker in my bag, so I have one on right now, but I need more. And Zack lost 2 arrows in our bushwhacking, so I'm going to get some more arrows for him. I'm going to get my broadheads. I am going to get something else, my contact case, so we're not sharing a contact case. Some of these essentials when you're rushing at like 1 in the morning to hike in 2 miles up a mountain, you forget. So now I get to pay the price and go get that stuff. Then Zach's gonna do some more glassing, head back, pack up camp probably, and by the time I get back in an hour or 2, we'll be moving to the next ridge. Newsflash is we're both dead. So, kind of successful mission. Bam, broadheads, baby.
You need those.
I need those to kill an elk. Gosh, dude, I can't believe how do you forget broadheads? So, relax for a little bit, packing up. We're gonna go move camp. So, we got to work our way over to this other ridge, which with the naked eye seems very close. It's not. It's about 800 yards straight, and we are going to try to work laterally across. So, wish us luck.
Living this shit.
Do you smell that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a rutting bull.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, so the amazing update is that was way farther than we expected. I hope it looks far, because it's far.
It's far.
We saw a lot of sign in the berm. Lots of sign, but kind of old.
Probably at least a few days old. Minimum. If not longer, but.
Smelled a little elky in there.
Yeah.
See if I can show you. That rock wall is where we saw them pop out into those little fields this morning.
Everything we read about this unit, everyone was saying how you're only going to see people the whole time, but like, where?
Yeah.
Now where we go.
Don't go to a main trailhead and don't walk a trail.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's check wind first. Oh, it's switching right now.
It's good.
It's swirling a little bit. I mean, just trying to turn.
Yeah. We're watching that side hill right there.
In an epic showdown right now. We have a bull probably 75 yards away, bugling and raking. We have a bull up that hill probably 300 yards away, bugling. We need this one to come in. Private is less than 100 yards that way. Probably about 90, 100 yards that bull is. Right on the edge of it. We cannot move any farther. We're trying to get him to come to us right now. We were in it. We thought we were in it. We thought we were going to be in it, and we got in it.
We were in it.
We had 3 bulls minimum bugling. One was right on us. Major back and forth, just
screaming.
Yeah, it was a fight. It was a battle. He was raking, we were raking. And then 2 other ones in the distance are just going off the whole time.
Yeah.
It was, it was wild. It was so much fun.
So fun. And exhausting.
Exhausting. Coming back up to camp. We had to go up like another 800 feet to get to camp.
That was rough.
I feel good about our camp spot though. We're far enough away. We shouldn't booger stuff up. He kind of went that way and we went this way. So that works out pretty good. Mm-hmm. And there's 2 other ones. So if he doesn't want to play tomorrow, then hopefully one of the other ones wants to play. And we're going to try to get on something. I mean, if it's legal, we're shooting it. This edge of the burn that we're hunting in the burn's 5 years old now. And it's pretty prime still for food.
Yeah,
the problem is it's like
thick. Yeah,
it's like 5 to 8 feet of brush, and you could clearly see he was 50, 60-ish yards away, but you could not see him. The brush was so big it was even covering him up. So it is sanitary to filter a wallow out, you think?
A wallow?
Dude, it's gotta taste like piss, right?
Might just be piss.
Yep.
That's it. I'm going to bed. See you guys in the morning. Once we get some daylight, we get in the goods, and I think we just kind of almost need to find a spot to leave our packs.
He's going off this morning if you can't hear him. Yeah, it's not thick at all. Dude, I could go for a nice cold glass of milk right now. You go milk her?
It's not a dairy cow.
We have a first water source, which is a stagnant elk pond with algae.
Cow pond.
Yeah, a cow pond, not elk pond.
Yeah,
we had to drop down like 600 feet to find water. And now we found water. The question is, to drink or not to drink?
I don't know. I wish there was like a stream running in and out of it, but it's just...
It's stagnant.
It's very stagnant.
Boy. Now there's bugs in here, right? So, if there's bugs in here, it's survivable.
Huh.
You ever hear that before?
No.
filters down. Still looking a little not great. Looks a lot better than what the pond looked like. So we have, I know you're supposed to use probably more, but we're just gonna use 1 pill per bag to conserve these through a trip if this is our only water source. So double filter and a water pill. This stuff tastes like urine, so that's good. So pro tip is, I'm gonna save enough just plain water for my meal tonight, my peak meal, but brought 3 of these a day. 32 ounces, 1 liter. This is what I'm gonna drink. 1 packet of that in here makes a very cool. The flavor is way like watered down, but now it tastes like strawberries.
And on the dinner menu when we get back to camp, this is not for another few hours, but you know, looking ahead, backcountry bison bowl. I've not had this one before. I think there's a new one this year. It's the Chad Mendez signature meal. Pretty pumped to check it out. So,
What'd you pack for snacks?
oh, let's see. I got jerky, obviously, meat sticks.
Good jerky.
These pure organic. What are these? Layered fruit bar. We've got these trail mix, little mini packs, trail mix. These are good. A few different types. So
Costco again for the
Costco,
win.
yep. Got
Give you a variety pack.
Yep. And then the final one, which I'm pretty excited about right now, my Peak Refuel cookie bites.
Oh, dude, are you getting after those right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna open them. They also have brownie bites, and I have those back at camp for another day. But
You had the brownie bites last year. These are new, I think.
no, I've had both.
All right, let's do a taste test.
Is it taste test? All right, let's open them up. They're like,
I knew he couldn't resist.
you know what they taste like? Is delicious. That's what they taste like. A little bit more that way.
Right.
So it's good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know. We made it to the fence, and it's down.
Everywhere.
Pretty much everywhere, it looks like.
We're gonna walk downhill, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna go towards where we think we're gonna set up. We're gonna follow the fence line and just see if there's any main trails. There's definitely a trail right here. We're gonna look for more.
Not a very good trail. It doesn't go to.
He was in this fence line somewhere very close to here.
Yeah.
Explains why we couldn't see him. We had a little advantage, but all this stuff is 10 to 15, 20 feet. And it's thick newer growth. So, man, it's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to get him close, but we're gonna follow the fence, find the line, then we're gonna back out and go to work. So, wish us luck. So, we followed the fence for a while. Clearly found out why he did not come in last night. It was
not the fence.
No. So many deadfalls. It was impossible for even us. We had to walk downhill. I think we went down like 100 or 200 feet.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
And
he just got caught up. Yeah. And then I think at some point he just figured it wasn't worth it and he wanted to be back to his home by dark. So
I'll probably end up heading up to try to get above him. Zach's probably going to kind of head down and back.
Hopefully draw him that way.
Yeah, so if he comes up to catch the wind and get the high ground, he's going to get smoked.
Yeah.
Or you need to do it and then move up. Yeah. I'm just going to bugle here and then I'm going to move. Okay.
We did find some elk.
Same elk though.
Same elk. Same results. Potentially even worse. Alright, new territory this morning. Not a fun 2 hours before daylight, but we're made it to our glassing spot. There's a river that runs through that dark timber creek anyways. And that is where we're getting some bugles from. We have officially decided we're moving camp.
So we had after last night we were in the elk, but they were staying on private and weren't talking as much. And so this morning we came up this way. We wanted to glass a different area, and between last night and this morning we were feeling a little down. There's ups and downs obviously out here, and they're just feeling like, man, I'm hoping we don't have to pack up camp and just go to a different area. Those things aren't coming off private. So we're glassing up here, not much bugling anything this morning, and we did hear a couple finally, and they are still also on private, a different private, a little bit farther over, but they're on the edge, and I think they're going to be easier to work with because of the layout. We're going to move camp down. We're on like the top of a hill, which is really dumb. It was the best spot at the time, but we're going to move way down at the bottom.
It's a nice morning, and
It's about to get not nice.
yeah, the work is about to begin.
Bro, llamas though?
Llamas would be really nice right now. Made back to the camp. We got our tour down. We got camp everywhere at the moment. Catching the breeze. Getting that beach tan going.
Yep. Girls are going to think that we were in Hawaii.
It's not fun as it is. Moving. If you gotta move, you gotta move.
Yep.
I mean, you spent all this time already, all this energy. What are you doing? I mean, you're out here to send it.
You gotta send it.
And we're moving closer to the elk, so that's what you got to do. Find them, move in. We just got to seal the deal. We have decided this is where camp's gonna be.
Yep. It's pretty cool. It is, I don't know if you can see way up there. That is where camp was.
Right there.
So we're not like that far, really. We're in the same.
We're gonna set up camp, find the river, and then just kind of probably work our way over, find where we're gonna be
If
hunting.
there's a river and it's nice out right now, I might actually like do some
bathing.
yeah, some man care. This really cool thing, you can get this off Amazon, and it hooks, it's a backflow. You have to set it up beforehand, but you feed it in and it just pops off. So you push this little button and then it swaps out for the like sucker piece.
Yep.
And then you can swap it on, so I don't even have to take my bladder out of my bag.
You just refill
and
it.
you just squeeze it back in there, just like you're squeezing it into a bottle or whatever, and it's just going back into the flow, back in through the hose, flowing back right into the bladder. So
Yeah. You don't have to. So 20 to 30 yard shot. It rained all day yesterday.
Sun's coming out. It's kind of warm in the sun, so hopefully they come in and hit it up.
We went up the mountain really far. One we haven't gone up. The one we chased the 2 spikes through and all the cows last night. We went up, tried to hug like the one side so we didn't spook them, and went up to the top, and they got pretty much right on the edge of the property line of the private. That way we could hug down it and hopefully push them this way. However, they weren't there today, so.
Good morning. It's Monday now, right? See?
Yeah.
Ugh. It's going by quick and slow at the same time. We are glassing this morning because we didn't get into them yesterday, so reverting back to trying to find some more. Let's see where they moved to and then getting back into them. We found another bull, and Shacker, he's on private. He's close though, again. We heard bugling from over here, so we came around. You can barely see it. That little peak that's right there. We watched him jump over that peak to the other side, which is also private. But it's close. It's really close to public. Saw him. We have an idea of where he's gonna go bed. I don't know. I think we're gonna end up going after him, but let's see if we can find anything else.
Because it's right here. You just gonna jump over there?
Yeah, we go.
Well, if you've been wondering where we've been all day, may have been 30 seconds for you, but it's been freaking 15 hours of mountain climbing for us.
Yeah, it was brutal today. What do we do now?
What do we do now?
We're trying to figure out what we're doing tomorrow.
What we do now is every day there's been elk here. We've seen elk, heard elk, been close to elk.
Yeah.
So the debate was, do we leave and go find a new spot, which will take a whole day of leaving from here, and we have like 3 days left of hunting. So do we waste a day leaving and hope to spend 2 days at a different spot and make it happen, or do we just spend the rest of our time trying to kill this elk? Is it still your favorite meal?
Whatever I'm eating at that time is my favorite.
That is true. The packs tell you you're the loudest eater ever.
What?
Does packs tell you you're the loudest eater ever?
No, am I being loud?
I think it's just when you're hungry.
I think it's come hungry, dude. I'm like moaning and everything.
Yep, we gotta drive down now, I think. To that bend. Zack, this bench. this sneaky that might be our best. I don't know. I'm worried that he's gonna go right before we get down there. I want to get him again, but sleep, try to that way. So we can do that on this. Is that another one, or did he move? He's moving. You'll come back for it. Yeah, okay, I got it over here.
How are you feeling right now?
So depressed. So a little update, guys. We got into him. Him specifically.
The big one.
The big dog. And I'm so frustrated.
It's not the only F word he's been using lately.
That's true. So it's so sad. I'm just like, I want to cry. So we get up, like, you know, real early. Got up the mountain like our plan. We thought he was still over on his lamb.
Yep.
We're climbing up the hill. We're 3/4 of the way up, and we start hearing bugling on freaking public land.
It was all in a public burn that
all
we ran.
the public that we were in a couple days ago, right? But he's clearly to the like we are in between him and the private, and
And private is probably now like 100 yards that way.
yeah, and we sit for a little while at the top because he was right on the top of the ridge. We called a couple times. He didn't care. He kept kind of just moving down, and so we slowly moved down, and we moved down and towards him, and down and towards him, down and towards him. And we had to have got within bow range. Just couldn't see him quite yet, and he had to have winded us because as soon as he did, because he was screaming. I mean, we were trying to be stealthy. We weren't cow calling. We weren't bugling. We were loud. It's a mountain. It's hard to be dead silent. But
he was
we
going off. Wind
Yeah.
is changing because, you know, thermals. It's the morning.
thermal switch, and
Our wind was good. Like we thought almost the whole time we were checking.
we were checking the whole
nonstop.
time, and then we had been under 100 yards because he was screaming right now, so we'd hear him.
And he just busted.
And then
out
as
of
soon
here.
as he crashed, and he was like, he just booked. He said,
no
"See you guys."
Our options are go deeper. These are the only options.
These are the only options.
Go
We're
deep.
not giving another chance at him. Not at least we gave him a couple day break, and he then came back over onto public. But
We got 3 days left, including today.
yeah, so we don't have enough time to give him another break. So he's done. We screwed it with him, which really sucks. So
Another mountain range deeper,
Another
which
mountain range
then
deeper.
puts us like we're 5 miles from the car, so it'll be like 6-7 miles from the car.
or second option,
We leave.
not home
Not home
yet. Our flights are on Friday. There's nothing. We're not leaving till then.
We are 20 miles, 3.5 of our 6-mile journey back to the car.
We're halfway.
We're halfway.
And that was the easiest half, probably.
Yep.
We're about to go through thicker stuff.
All right, but we're ahead of schedule. Our original goal was 3, then it was 2, now it's 1. We're not gonna make 1, but between
2.
1 and 2, I think for sure.
2 Stillers.
And
Standard goal.
it sucks.
6.7 mile hike back to the car.
It's supposed to get smoking.
The crazy part. Smell 'em.
No, I can smell from here, dude. It's wicked.
We have like 2 hours to figure out what we're gonna do, find food, and maybe like a bathroom to either shower or wash up.
Nah, dude. We're just going straight to. We need gas.
Food.
Then we're hunting.
find elk. Right between those two patches of hardwoods.
It's gonna be a long day hiking over there.
And hoping that we would find something in this drainage right over here. Beautiful drainage. Nothing. Dead silent. Glassed it. Bugled. Went down there a little bit. Nothing. Decided let's get over to the top and take a look. We have tonight's hunt left. It is 10 o'clock and we have tomorrow morning hunt left. We have to be hitting the road by like lunchtime tomorrow to make it back. So what we did find was elk up there on the top. We decided we're gonna camp up there so that way we have 2 good hunts left. And yeah, we had last night in the woods. We are leaving the tent. We got the ground tarp and we left every extra piece of gear that we possibly could. I have 1 spare battery for the GoPro, 1 for the camera. Bringing the camera, we have 2 liters of water for today, 2 liters of water for tomorrow, which is probably a little light with all that climbing, but it's our last day, so we're gonna go as hard as we possibly can. Man, I hope this is worth it.
Welcome to elk hunting, where you don't see shit and you get your ass beat by trees. We are catching our wind. It's been an exhausting last 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna try to slip down there and glass it up.
See if we can get eyes on them.
Even if we can't see them in there, we're just gonna assume they are. It's our best chance.
Yeah. We've been in the elk though.
Every day.
Every day in them.
I think our inexperience is what cost us opportunities on this trip.
Yeah, I agree.
We could have killed someone with a lot more experience in calling and situation and thermals would have killed some of the elk that we spooked.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's not.
We're just learning.
We're
I mean,
learning.
literally, it's our first time being by elk ever, by them. Like and we've been within 30 yards of them multiple times. And
what our options were
today,
quitting, basically.
we thought about it.
Giving up
was right up there.
it was a close second.
It was a real close second.
Or climbing a mountain 6 miles.
There was no in between.
And look at where we are.
Jay literally goes, "There's got to be an in between." I was like, "Sit here at the car and do nothing."
Pretend not to quit.
That's just quitting. That's the same thing.
I was dancing on logs yesterday and get him up to 10,000 feet and he's being a little Sally Pants about this cliff over here he's nervous about.
"20-yard bow kill, no pants, no release, no grip, no binos, no sunglasses, no sleeping pad, no sleeping pad."
We were over there when we glassed him. Jeez Louise. I don't even know how we did this. No idea how we made it this far. My body is freaking spanked.
Update.
That sucked.
Failure. They did not bed there all day like we hoped they did. We made an epic stalk. Flawless stalk. Into absolute perfection.
Yeah, they were just not there. So.
Best stock of all stocks. They weren't there.
Yep.
Also, if you are in unit 42,
Yeah, 42.
Look out for some Swarovskis over there in the brush because I lost them.
Oh yeah. He's got a nice.
It's a snack pouch now. It is an epic snack pouch though.
Makes it real easy to glass when I'm doing it by myself.
Yeah, it does. Snack pouch, reed pouch, and that's why I don't buy nice things. Oh, man.
This is gonna be a lot of footage for you to go through.
I know.
Pretty sure they were both spikes. The second one looked like it could have been like a fork.
I didn't see.
Small raghorn. One was like a spike that was like ear level, and one was like really tall.
I saw the really tall one.
I saw the little one.
That sucks.
Those are the two.
I think those are the two.
Just walking through the woods talking, and we bumped 2 elk. Both spikes, unshootable.
We're sitting on the edge, looking over for probably the last hour.
Yep.
Bugling,
Glassing, bugling.
blasting, nothing. So we're like, hey, let's shoot our top 3 tips or mistakes or whatever. Wrap that video up and basically chalked up the hunt. There's not been a single sound in this entire drainage all day.
Yep.
We start walking through these aspens back to our nice camp.
Yeah. Our camp, we can kind of look over and do some more glassing tonight.
Yep. 2 freaking elk just run right past us at like 40 yards.
40 yards, just.
We'll book it.
We're just walking in through the woods, talking loud.
Yep.
And they just I gave a little cow call. They stopped, looked. Obviously, not enough to like pull our bows. We didn't have our bows like ready. Like it was.
I got an arrow not quick. Problem was, well, it didn't matter anyways. I wouldn't have got a shot.
No.
The one spike gave me enough time to get an arrow knocked. I ranged him in 43. Then he was gone. But it was 2 spikes.
Yeah.
And
shoot spikes. So
shoot spikes.
not here.
Not only is that depressing, it's really depressing because we're 100% confident these are the 2 deer we glassed up this morning.
Yep.
2 elk we glassed up this morning from, 2 miles away.
Way over there.
Without a spotting scope, which we don't believe is necessary, but this is one of those instances where it actually could have came in handy because all we could see was there was 2 elk over here.
And we knew there was probably only 2 elk over here.
Yep. We put them to bed. We walked our freaking butts all the way up this mountain. We went to where we thought they were bedding. They weren't in there. We put a nice stalk on. So we backed out. We assumed they went into the dark timber, which wasn't very far away.
They did. Yep.
We sat above there and we freaking called and called and called and called and glassed and we waited. Now our morning plan is kind of kaput.
And that's our last hunt.
And that's our last hunt.
So
now we're sitting on the top of a freaking 10,000 foot mountain wondering if we should be walking back in the dark and just calling it a freaking wrap.
yeah.
Bonus tip. Don't quit till it's quitting time.
Yeah.
We're 5 miles downhill.
5 miles. Oh my gosh. It's a rough.
Give us your predictions on how long that takes.
Yeah, I guess. And what the next clip's gonna be.
It is officially done. Every day. We saw elk, heard elk, or hunted elk, or a combination of the 3.
Yep.
So we did a lot of things the right way. We did some things the wrong way that didn't work out, and it was our best elk trip. It only could have got better if we would have shot.
Yeah.
We saw.
In a quarter mile, turn right
most
from
of them we've
Castle
seen.
Valley Boulevard.
We worked the hardest we ever worked.
Yeah.
We survived.
Barely.
We just had Mexican for breakfast because that's all there was here.
There was like 12 breakfast places that were like Mexican breakfast.
It was actually surprisingly good though. I wasn't disappointed at all in that.
Right.
So last night we were probably like 3/4 of the way down already.
Yeah.
And we actually had a guy on a 4-wheeler, Dustin,
he was out looking for his dog. Owns a ranch and outfitter business.
Continue
right at
on
the bottom
US
of the
6
hill.
East for 4 miles.
And what a gentleman that guy was. He offered to carry our bags on his four-wheeler back to the car the last mile and a half, which the last mile and a half was the worst. It was uphill. So shout out
In
to
800
Dustin. We'll
feet,
put
turn
his
left onto the I-70 East
outfitter
ramp to Glenwood Springs,
information up
Denver.
here so you can see. He butts up to public, so he does offer even like a trespass fee you can go through, so you don't have to go on the road we went on.
The East ramp,
He sells
then
tags
merge onto
and he
I-70
has
East.
some really cool cabins. He might do some guiding, but he has places to stay. He does have landowner tags,
And he has
and he's got a lot of property.
over 500 acres or something.
Yeah.
Plus he butts right up to all the
public.
national forests.
So if you are hunting in that unit and you're trying to get to that forest, would be a much better way to pay a few bucks and do that than the road that we went on.
Oh man, it took us an extra 2 hours just trying to get down this road. You could have passed it in more than 10 minutes, probably, if you crossed over his property.
Yep. Yeah, that pretty much wraps that up. I'm sure we might have a little bit extra bonus footage from the airport and I don't know. But the elk are elusive, like shadows in the mist. Every time I find them, they vanish. Can't resist. I'm climbing through the brush, trying to stay quiet. Heart's racing fast. Man, I'm feeling alright. So here's the elk and the lessons they teach. In the wild we may fail, but we learn and we reach. With my head held high, I'll be back for more. In the heart of the hunt, I'm always sure.